All right. What's up? We are back with another college basketball video. We did one like, what was it, Monday?
Yeah, Monday. Yep.
And this was probably the most craziest couple of days of the season, to be honest, in quite some time. And of course, it had to be filmed when we did a bracketology video, and now everything
Yep.
is completely screwed
Shocker.
up again. So
Yep.
I think we're just cursed with making bracketology videos. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie,
man.
because every single time we make
It's
one,
got to
every
be.
big upset happens. But nevertheless, here we go. So we're gonna recap some of the games last night. The Creighton and UConn game tonight too. But we will
And that
start with
Arkansas-Bama game, too.
yeah. But we will start with Jackson, Nebraska Cornhuskers blowing a game to Iowa.
Yep.
That was pretty embarrassing. I'm not gonna lie. After the
Yeah.
game, Nebraska swiped at a phone at a student in the student
Yep.
section. He was really mad, which is not
I
good.
respect the
And
move. I respect the move. I would have done the
I'm
same
not
thing.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Nebraska can't beat Iowa in any sport. I'm just gonna say
Volleyball,
it
we
how it
can.
is. Maybe volleyball, but I mean, it's just honestly, it's pretty embarrassing. Iowa, in my
Yeah.
opinion, it's not a great team. Bennett Sturz is really the only good person on that team.
Yeah, I
It's just a
agree.
bunch of country boys on other than that. I mean, they're not good. Nebraska should have beat them by like 10 to 15. I think they were like -7 or something on the money line. They were a 9 seed for a reason. They lost to an unranked Iowa team who I don't even know if they're quad 1 or not. They might be like quad 2 at this point, but
Yeah, I think they are.
Nebraska keeps on falling, man. That's all I got
Yeah,
to say. I
it's
don't
not
really
good.
have much to say other than the fact that Nebraska has been playing not like a tournament team. They've been playing like one of the worst teams in the Big Ten as of late. So that's all I got to say on that.
Yeah, the offense is completely non-existent.
Yeah,
Um, the defense did a pretty good job, only allowing 57 or however many points, or it's like 60 points, but that's still pretty good. But Bennett scored like half of Iowa's points, so that obviously the game plan wasn't good enough uh, defensively, but the offense is just absolutely embarrassing to watch. Like I'm pretty sure Nebraska made one or two shots the last 10 minutes of the game, so it was pretty rough to watch. I really
yeah,
don't even have anything to say about it, honestly, other than
and
it was
you
terrible.
and you look at it moving forward, and Nebraska started off 20-0. What's the record now
Uh,
since they started
20,
20-0?
22 and 4, 2-2 and 4 in our last six.
2-4 in your
So
last six.
yeah,
You've lost pretty much every single big game in the
not
Big Ten.
yeah,
I mean, if it wasn't for the fact that they started 20-0, I don't even think they'd make the tournament at this point. If it wasn't for the fact they started off 20-0, but they need to definitely rebound. That's for sure.
yeah,
I don't really have much to say other than they need to get it together. And there's like what 2.5 weeks until Selection Sunday? 3 weeks? 3.5 weeks?
yeah.
Something like
About
that.
three
So
weeks. Yeah, and we have a fairly easy schedule. So I said this on Monday. We should win out. I was a little. I predicted at the beginning
yeah,
of the year we'd split with Iowa. I think we're still going to split with Iowa, but I
yeah,
think we should win out the rest of the games.
yeah,
And we'll get a top four seed in the Big Ten tournament. So that'll get us a bye. So
yeah,
I'm pretty confident in that. Just need to win at least one or two games in the Big Ten tournament to get the seed that I'm hoping we can get. But
yeah. And they obviously play Iowa again, which is very good.
yeah,
So
yep.
they have a chance to get their
Get
revenge
some
on
revenge there.
them.
Yep.
I don't know who else they play. I think they play like
Uh,
for
Penn State, Maryland.
oh god.
Uh, nobody good.
So
So
if
we
you
play the
lose to
bottom of
either
the
one of those
conference. Yeah.
teams, if you lose to either one of those teams, might actually end up dropping out of the poll because
Yeah,
the Penn
I think
State
we
you deserve
should
to drop
honestly.
out of the
Yeah,
poll.
yeah.
That's
They're
that's
terrible, dude.
pathetic.
They're so bad.
Yeah. Anyways, that's all I got in Nebraska. You got anything else?
Yeah, I don't got anything else on that other than fix
All
the
right.
rebounding issues because it's really bad.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. This is by far the biggest shocker, in my opinion. this game started at like what 10:30 at night, and I was fast in bed by it.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
woke up and I saw a score of 72-67. I saw
Yep.
Arizona State
Freaking
beating the
yeah.
Texas Tech Red Raiders, and I didn't know what I was looking at because Texas Tech obviously came off a win against Arizona.
Yeah.
They obviously looked like the best team in the Big 12 as at that moment, and you go into what is it? Tucson is where they're located. I
Yep.
think.
Tucson. Yep.
Yep, you go into Tucson and you just lay a fart. I'm not gonna lie. Now, I will
Well,
admit,
yeah.
I obviously didn't watch any of this game because it started at like 10:30 at night, and the average person is not watching a start of a basketball game at 10:30 at night. But
Yeah. Unless
looking
you
at the
live on the
box score,
West Coast.
Christian Anderson had a great game. I said he was very underrated on Monday. Christian Anderson is very good. I like the guy.
Yeah.
JT Toppin had 20 points again.
Yeah.
I
But
mean, he's Unk basically defying all odds. So
yeah. But let's acknowledge this though. JT Toppin out for the season. Uh, pretty
I
much.
forgot about that.
Yeah, he tore his ACL pretty much. To me
Yeah,
personally, we'll probably talk about this more in our next bracketology video. But to me, honestly, that rules out Texas Tech as a national championship contender. Um,
mm,
just he's their most important player, and when you lose your most important player, it's
yeah,
really tough to win important games, and it's especially really hard to go on a winning streak when you lose your best player like that. So
yeah,
uh, I don't, yeah, tough loss for him, especially with the NBA draft coming up too. He was projected to be a first round pick, maybe a lottery pick.
yeah,
So that's tough for him. So wishing him the best, but this is not a good sign if you're a Texas Tech fan. So
yeah. And Arizona State obviously really has no business winning against Texas Tech. They had no
yeah,
business, I should
yeah,
say. They're probably like fourth to last in the Big 12, ahead of Kansas State and Utah, which, as we know, Kansas State fired their head coach.
yeah.
So
Sheesh.
Arizona State, obviously, they're not going to make the tournament this year unless they win the Big
No,
12, which
I don't even know if they're gonna make the tournament, the
you
Big
might as
12
well
tournament.
you might as well pray at that point.
Yeah, that's all you can
But
do.
wait, there's so hold on. Side note: the Big 12 tournament, certain teams don't make the cut for that.
Is that a thing? I know it's a thing for the Big Ten now. I know
Really?
there's a cutoff. The bottom four teams in the Big Ten don't make the tournament because I remember Nebraska didn't make it
Really?
last year because they lost their
Mm,
last game of the season to Iowa. So yeah, I don't know if that's how it goes for every conference, but I know for sure the Big Ten. I just figured the Big 12 just because they had gotten so many more teams. But I guess I'm not 100% sure. Chad, if you guys know, let us know. Any Big 12 fans over there?
yeah,
But
that's
yeah,
interesting.
I mean,
I did not
yeah,
know that,
they
but
just implemented that last year with all the new teams, and so there's 18 in
yeah,
the Big Ten now. Um, I don't really like that rule because I think every chance should have every team should have a chance, even if it's slim. I think it's basketball. A lot of things can happen. It's not like football. So I don't me personally I don't like the rule, but yeah, it is what
yeah.
it is.
Moral of the story is Arizona State sucks. Texas Tech,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, I still don't know what to think about them.
yeah.
I really don't.
And I
This
will
was
say this though.
okay.
I will say this: being in Arizona right now, as you guys can see here, chat. I'll show you guys my view right now. Mountain right there, Phoenix right over
Was it
there.
popping in Tucson or
Dude,
what?
it was popping, bro. It was actually no Arizona State's in Phoenix. Arizona State's in Phoenix, so that's where I am right
It is
now.
in Phoenix.
I think Arizona, just the Wildcats are in Tucson, but it's been
Mm,
getting lit, man. I went to Dick's Sporting Goods at a mall today. Arizona State stuff everywhere,
really?
so they were getting lit. They were getting lit.
Interesting. Anyways, Texas Tech obviously has the best wins in the country, in my opinion. They beat Duke.
Yeah, yep.
They
I
beat
yeah,
Kansas, or not Kansas. They beat Houston. They beat Duke. They beat Arizona. But obviously, you lose to Arizona State. So I
that's
don't know.
yeah,
I mean, obviously they have more competition coming up, but I'm just gonna leave it at that. I don't got much else to say.
yeah. Are we gonna cover Iowa State and Houston? That was on
Iowa State,
Monday.
Houston. I mean, we can. I kind of
I mean,
forgot
it's
about
pretty.
that game.
Yeah, it was pretty wild game, honestly.
You
I
want to
mean,
start off with that?
yeah, I'll start off with it. I mean, I said this on Monday uh, during our bracketology before the game started. I said I think whoever wins this game has probably a better shot at getting a 1 seed in March Madness. And I mean, obviously, it's a tough thing to go, especially in the Big 12, go on the road
Yeah.
and win a game. But Houston was really close. But Iowa State, man, holy smokes, I think they're legit. I think they're the real deal. If I'm being completely honest, um, I think they. If I'm being completely honest, after UConn losing now, I think Iowa State might just jump up to a 1 seed in my opinion right now, um, just because of how well they've been playing. But yeah, Houston, I think they'll be fine. It was a close game. Uh, Obviously, they blew kind of a lead, I heard, but uh, I'm not worried if I'm Houston at all. They'll probably get another chance at them in the Big 12 tournament. It's my guess. But good game though. It was a really hype game, hype environment in Ames.
Mm.
They always bring it over there, so
Yeah.
it was a great game. It was a great game.
Yeah, and you just look at some of the league scores. Kingston Flemings for Houston
Yeah,
is one of the best freshmen in the country. He's going to be a top 10 pick. He's really good. The backcourt for Houston is elite. Emmanuel Sharp, Miles Usan, and Kingston Flemings, like that's as good as it gets. Joshua Jefferson is also very good for Iowa State. He only had 12 points, and he's kind of been in a slump lately, and it's mainly been Milan Musinovic, but I mean,
yeah,
he led the team in scoring. So I think honestly, both teams could end up being a 1 seed if I'm being
yeah.
honest,
I
especially
definitely
the
think
loss
that's
to
yeah,
UConn. But
yeah.
winner of the Big 12 definitely gets a 1 seed. So
Oh yeah, that has to yeah for sure. I
all right,
just don't know though. I will say this though. I don't know. I don't know if there's a chance where any or if three Big 12 teams get this because Arizona right now they're still playing well. So I still think Duke's going to get a 1 seed because I don't see
yeah,
them losing to anyone in the ACC, and I don't and I
Michigan's
would
guaranteed to
and
get a one
Michigan's going to
seed.
get a 1 seed. So I'm interested to see how it's going to play out between those three Big 12 teams because I think it's them and everyone else in the Big 12 right now. Because Kansas, you never know
Yeah,
what you're going to get with them. BYU's falling off of a cliff right now, kind of. So yeah,
yeah,
I think it's between those three teams. I'll be interested to see who gets the 2 seed out of the three of them.
yeah. All right, moving on. Shoot, we're just getting started here. We got next up. We got the
Whiskey
game.
lost. Whiskey lost.
Whiskey lot.
Wisconsin lost to Ohio State last night.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Their
I
first their
wasn't.
first
I
ranked
was gonna
game,
save
man.
that for later, but
Okay,
what
okay, okay. Yeah,
I
we
wanted
can
to
save it for later.
start
Yeah,
with what I want to start with here is North Carolina losing to NC State,
yeah,
which is embarrassing.
yeah.
Now,
We were just
I
talking
said
about that. Yeah.
I said on Monday, North Carolina was at the bottom tier of the ACC, and I said Miami was a better team than North Carolina, and that may have been one of my best takes of the year. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of aging like wine. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, the UNC being in the bottom, that's definitely for sure. Miami though, they to me they haven't beaten
Hey, they
anyone
won.
legit
They
yet.
won. They won against VT by a point.
Yeah, but yeah, it was by one though. Is VT ranked?
They're good though. VT's good,
I need
but
to see a cup. I need to see a ranked win by Miami. I need to see Miami get to the ACC championship game. That's what I need to see from them.
all right. But moral of the story is, I was taking a dump on UNC
Yeah, you were.
on Monday. I think it was well deserved. Honestly, they
Yeah, I
deserved. They
mean, you
deserved it.
called that.
They're going to deserve more of it too. Honestly, because losing by what? It's 24 points to end to an unranked team
Yeah,
when you're what, ranked 16.
it's
Like I
ranked
don't even
16.
care. I
They
don't even
they
care that you have Caleb Wilson, bro, or that you don't have him. That's still pathetic. Like,
yeah, you're still North Carolina. At the end of the day, like you're a basketball school. You're supposed to be winning games.
yeah,
Like, yeah.
yep.
I think North
And
Carolina should drop completely out of the rankings at this point. All right now.
no, that's got to be Louisville first. I'm sorry on
That's
that,
fair. That's fair. That's fair.
but NC State, it's an interesting team now. Honestly, they've had some really bad losses. I'm not gonna lie.
Hmm.
Did they lose to Butler? I think one of the ACC teams lost to Butler. I can't remember if it's Virginia or if it's NC State, but
Somebody did. Yeah, you're right
obviously
on that.
now
I
they're
can't
10 and
remember.
4 in the ACC. They're 19 and 8. They have a lot of losses, so they're probably not going to be ranked, at least by the end of the season. So,
Yeah.
but NC State is a wild card, honestly. A
Yeah.
couple years ago, they were like
DJ Burns.
they
They were
were
Final
like
Four team, like what, 2 years ago, 3 years
a
ago?
14 seed in the ACC tournament. They ran the table. I don't know if they'll do it again this year. They might. We'll see. But
Yeah, they don't
that's
got
all I got.
big Burns though. They don't got Burns though, so
Yeah.
you never know.
All right. This one is the second biggest upset, in my opinion, besides the Arizona State and the Arizona State versus the Texas Tech game, and it's Rhode Island.
Dude, yeah, bro. We were
Rhode-
D1 glazing St. Louis the other day, bro. We were literally just glazing St. Louis.
Yeah. Yep. Anyways, Rhode Island beat St. Louis
Freaking guy.
by 5 points. Rhode Island's like a quad 14.
All 12 of their fans stormed the court.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. Anyways, the biggest concern with St. Louis was their lack of size, and they were
Yep.
one of the smallest teams in college basketball, and that showed. They got out rebounded really bad. So going forward, I think St. Louis is going to lose in the first round. I don't know why the frick they were ranked, but they just don't have any size.
I mean a 24-1 record. That's like really good. That's really good. Now, granted, they're in a not very good conference.
No.
But still, I think any team that can show that much dominance should have at least some sort of respect. Like Miami, Ohio being ranked, that's deserved, right? But if they get upset by someone in their conference, I don't think they need to drop from the rankings at all because of the dominance that they've showed so far. But I definitely think St. Louis, they need to be hoping and praying for a good matchup in the first round of March Madness.
Yeah.
They just if they play a team like Purdue or a freaking
Purdue,
or
what?
Michigan, like Purdue's really tall.
Yeah.
So they're going to get out rebounded. So they need to hope and pray that they get a small, fast team that they can go against, because then I think maybe they could pull off an upset. But other than that, probably not.
Yeah. And I honestly, I don't know why I thought St. Louis was the best mid-major team. They're obviously not. That's Utah State, excluding Gonzaga and UConn, because those are not really mid-majors in my opinion at this point. But St. Louis, you lose my respect big time. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, you
It's
can't be
just
losing
really
to Rhode
embarrassing.
Island, bro.
All right, we got 3 more games. I think 3 more games to talk about here. We're keeping it in the ACC. We got SMU beating Louisville. Now,
Did they really? I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
I didn't even see that. Wow. Okay.
I was watching a little bit of this game too. I'm not gonna lie. Yesterday I didn't really have much going on. It was a Tuesday, so I was just watching college basketball. I was kind of rotten yesterday. I'm not gonna rely on college basketball, but SMU kind of gave belt to Louisville. I'm not gonna lie. SMU forced a lot of turnovers. Louisville had like 20 turnovers. Their offense looked putrid. Mikel Brown looked good. Everybody else on the team looked horrible. And Louisville, in my opinion, it might as well not be ranked anymore. They just suck. They don't have any talent on their team outside of Mikel Brown, and every single big game they play, they blow. So,
yeah,
Louisville, maybe I just have a little bit of a grudge towards them, but they just suck. So, 8-5 in the ACC is not really good, in my opinion, especially in today's ACC.
Especially 8-5 in the ACC. This is probably one of the weakest ACCs we've seen in a while, statistically speaking, at least. UNC's not at the top anymore. But to me, this shows the country that whatever Louisville was ranked 17th, something like that.
21st.
Okay, 21st. You're still ranked in the top 25. This shows that you're not good. You got exposed. Losing to it. I mean, I don't really know SMU. Honestly, I don't pay attention to SMU basketball. I pay attention to their football. But I don't know. Are they any good? Is SMU any good? Like, what's their
SMU,
record?
yeah, SMU is probably going to make the tournament. They're kind of on the
Okay.
bubble right now, but they're 18-8. I was
Okay,
actually
so
going to
that's not
talk about
terrible.
them for a sleeper. I was going to talk about it for a sleeper video because I really like them. They've beaten
All right, yeah,
UNC. They've beaten Texas
yeah.
A&M. Texas A&M
Well,
is
yeah, well,
solid.
we'll get a sleeper video. Don't you worry about that. We'll get there.
And now
But
now
okay,
they
I
beat
didn't know
Louisville.
that, but
So even
yeah,
though they have a
so I mean, you
7-6
look,
record in the ACC, they're really good.
yeah,
I like them.
yeah. So Louisville completely got exposed, man. So I think people are starting to see now they can't beat a good team. Um,
No.
and SMU sounds like they're a decent team. So if you can't beat even a decent team who's not even very good in the conference, who's got a pretty bad conference record, um, that's concerning. So I definitely think Louisville, if somehow they get a decent seed, I definitely think they're a first round exit. I think they
Mm.
could potentially lose early on in the ACC tournament if they get a bad draw. Like they play Miami, uh, freaking, they play UNC, anything. Honestly, I don't trust Louisville. So yeah, they're a team to look out for that is probably going to just suck at the end
Yeah.
of the day.
And I mean, speaking of UNC, they play them in like a couple days. They play
Do
them on
they
the
really?
23rd.
Okay,
So that's going to be a battle
that'll be
of
interesting.
who's a bigger
Battle of
fall
mid.
off in college
Yeah,
basketball.
who's the bigger fraud?
So, like I
Yeah,
said too, I called Louisville complete cheeks, and
yeah. There
what do
you
you know?
go.
They go out and they lay a dud to SMU. So
Yeah, there you go.
maybe I'm just know what I'm talking about when it comes to the ACC. I don't know, but
Yeah, you should just be an ACC analyst. That should just be your job. Just ACC analyst,
I don't know.
ACC basketball analyst, and I'll be a Big Ten football analyst. We'll do
Yeah,
that.
and if you guys didn't know, I'm a Duke fan, so obviously I don't like Louisville. I don't like North Carolina. I think they both suck. They haven't really beaten Duke at all. Well,
Yeah,
UNC did, but you get what I mean.
Duke kind of beat themselves, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's kind of weird. We kind of have a weird dynamic here because you like Duke and I like Nebraska. So
Yeah,
that's two completely different sides of college basketball.
it
So
is. I mean, two decent conferences though. I mean,
yeah, it's two of the elite conferences.
historically
Yeah,
good conferences.
yeah,
Not this year. The Big 12 is the best, but
yeah.
all right.
Definitely,
That
there's no
brings me
debate.
to the game that I kind of knew that was going to come, but I didn't know it was coming at the same time. Ohio State beating Wisconsin
Yeah,
86-69. I mean, I kind of figured that Wisconsin, knowing their trajectory of how they
you had them
play,
on a
beating.
5 seed though, bro.
I know. But just let me get there.
Okay.
Anyways, knowing how they play good teams and knowing how they play bad teams and
Yeah,
knowing how they lose to
yeah.
bad teams, I kind of saw this one coming. I'm not gonna lie. Now, was I glazing them a little bit too much for beating? Who did they beat? What was it? Michigan State? Did they beat
Michigan
Michigan
State and
State?
Illinois. Michigan State and
Yeah.
Illinois.
I mean, I was probably glazing them a little bit too much and ratting on them for
Yeah.
beating Michigan State and Illinois. But now I'm probably gonna die down the hype train because Ohio State is a bubble team.
Yeah.
I get that they play Virginia really tough, but Ohio State's like 40th or 50th in KenPom. They're not really that good. They don't have like a go-to scorer on their team. They don't really have that guy on their team. I mean, they're a
Yeah.
bubble. They're probably a quad. They're probably like a playing team, in my opinion, first four team. But I mean, Wisconsin was ranked too, so I think this is the only time Wisconsin will be ranked all year.
Yep. Definitely agree with that.
And I I think I might have to take a step back from picking Wisconsin from now on because I don't know what I'm going to get with them.
Yeah.
They're
And
like
that
the
was the main
Panthers
reason.
of they're like the
Yeah,
Panthers of
that's
college
fair. That's fair.
basketball.
That's fair. That's fair. That's a great comparison. I love that comparison, actually. That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. But yeah, I had Wisconsin as an 8 seed on Monday, and I said my reasoning was because I can't trust them. They'll lose to a really bad team. Like I said, they lost Indiana. Let's not forget that about a week and a half ago. Indiana, I'm sorry, is not a good basketball team. Um,
Yeah.
And then they come out, and no disrespect to Ohio State. I mean, Ohio State, for some reason, they're always right on the edge of the tournament. They 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 always stink up the Big Ten tournament, which is always why they can't get into the to March Madness.
It's true.
But I'm kind of rooting for Ohio State a little bit, because I want to see. I can't remember that guy's name for Ohio State, but he's been with them for a long time, and I'm hoping he can do something for Frick. What's his name? He's
Thornton?
got long dreads, number 4
Thornton?
or whatever.
Yeah, Thornton.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think so.
Thornton.
Yeah, yeah.
He's
I
all
want to see
right.
him do
He
something
had
there. Just
27
hope.
points.
Yeah, I'm hoping and praying he doesn't. No, Ohio State doesn't play Nebraska, because that would suck. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, Wisconsin. I saw this one thing. I saw it yesterday after they lost, and it was Ohio or Wisconsin's trying their very best to get an 8 or a 9 seed so that they can just beat the 1 seed and then go on a Final Four run. Uh, but that's pretty much what Wisconsin is. Like Wisconsin, if they get an 8 or a 9 seed, they could definitely beat the 1 seed, but then they'll just lose in the next round, or they could
Yeah.
go to the Final Four. Like you never really know what you're going to get with Wisconsin, and that's why I have them as an 8 seed. They'll probably drop to a 9, I would say, in our next one. But I yeah, this I was surprised it was that bad though. I was surprised the score was that bad,
Yeah.
because they usually play close with the bad teams. So
Mhm.
I was kind of surprised about that. But
Yeah.
credit to Ohio State for playing a good game. Wisconsin, it's time to just figure it out. Like figure out your identity. The Big Ten tournament's in a couple weeks, so it's time to lock it up, lock in, decide what you want to do.
Yep. And in my opinion, obviously, Wisconsin was a 3 seed last year. They ended
Yeah,
their season prematurely. They won the first round. Was it the High Point? I can't remember who they won the first
they.
round, but
I don't remember who they played, but I just remember them losing to BYU. That's the only
they
thing I
lost to
remember.
BYU in the second round, which I actually predicted that game, believe it or not. But I mean, my March Madness bracket was fried last year. I'm not gonna lie, it was really
My
bad.
March Madness bracket was fried after Clemson lost. Freaking guy.
Yeah. Anyways, Wisconsin always seems to be in the tournament, but
Yep.
they always seem to blow big games, similar to a lot of these teams that we're mentioning today. They just know how to blow big games. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
So,
fair.
all right, we are gonna move in today's game and to today's games. We're gonna start with a game that's currently not over. There's 14 minutes in the second half, but I want to mention this because it is very interesting. We got Missouri up by 13 points against Vanderbilt. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, Vanderbilt. I really don't know what to think about them either, because
Yeah.
they really kind of haven't played anybody, and I get they've had a
Hmm.
couple good wins, but they've lost to some really bad teams. Um, but they're beating the bad teams other than their bad losses. Which is why they're what, ranked 14, 15, 13,
19.
somewhere
They're
in there.
19.
19, 19.
Yeah.
Okay, so they must have dropped the last time I checked. But um I yeah, I this isn't really too surprising. Yo, yo, yo.
You good?
Yeah, I
You
don't know
cut
what
out.
happened. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Yeah,
Okay.
that's my
What were you
bad.
gonna say?
Yeah, I was saying Vandy's a little bit overrated in my opinion. I don't
Yeah.
yeah, I don't trust them at all. I think if they get a top seed in March, if they don't get a good matchup, I don't see them making it very far. I don't even think I don't see them going very far anyway. Um,
Yeah.
I think a Sweet 16 is probably the farthest that they can go, in my opinion.
Mm.
Uh, if they get the right draw, though. So I don't know. I don't trust Vandy. If they lose this game, wouldn't be surprised. If they win this game, wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. And I just want to mention, you look at Vanderbilt though. I got their schedule pulled up. Obviously, their only bad loss was to Oklahoma. That's by 1 point. But Texas is a really good team. Have one of the best offenses in the
Yeah,
country.
they're
Tremont
they're an
Mark.
underrated team. Yeah.
they'll definitely be mentioned on Friday or tomorrow or
Definitely.
whenever we do it. But Florida, they lost to Florida. Is one of the biggest teams in college basketball, tallest teams, I should say. Like
Yeah.
they're really good, and they lost to Arkansas, which they got absolutely waxed by Arkansas. But Arkansas is another team that I would like to put in the same boat as the Wisconsin Badgers because they like to win some and they like to lose some,
Yep.
and they're 50-50. So all decent I mean, I wouldn't consider a loss good, but they're all decent losses for the most part. So
Yep.
I like Vanderbilt. They're one of the best in KenPom. They're like 14 in KenPom. I mean, Tyler Tanner, I've mentioned him a lot, but he's one of the most underrated players in the country. So enough needs to be said on that. So, all right, moving on. We got the biggest upset of today so far. Obviously, Missouri is probably going to beat Vanderbilt, but let's talk about the Creighton Blue Jays stunning the Yukon Huskies.
Yeah.
And
Do you
I'll
want to
let you
start
go
on that
first
one?
on it.
Okay.
I'll let you
Okay.
go first.
Okay. So I was high on UConn. And I don't know why, honestly. Jonah kept saying he wasn't high on them, and I probably should have listened a little bit more. But I had them as a 1 seed this week. That's not happening anymore. Um, they had a bad loss to St. John's, who I really like St. John's. I think St. John's is a really, really good team. But that happens. But you lose to a really, really bad team,
Yeah.
Creighton. This is probably the worst Creighton team um, they've had in years. This team is absolutely terrible. So Dan
Yeah.
Dan Hurley did not have that team ready to go. Freaking guy. That's just a terrible loss. Um, and it's there's a lot of questions for UConn right now.
Yeah. Side note about St. John's, they are tied with Marquette. So
Oh god. Maybe
Marquette
they're
is
not a good team either.
9-17. So don't get
Maybe
your
they're not a
hopes
good
too
team either.
high on St. John's. So
Yeah, the Big East sucks just entirely this year, I guess.
yeah. But what I want to start with for the Creighton Blue Jays was Blake Harper. He had 8 points he had 10 points, excuse me. He had 12 points in 3 minutes. So I mean,
Sheesh.
that's insane.
Insanity.
He played 8 minutes. He had 12 points, and he scored 12 of them in 3 minutes. So that guy might
That's
have to be in the
insanity,
starting
bro.
lineup for Creighton.
Probably.
And the
Yeah.
Yukon Huskies, obviously, I don't like Yukon. Obviously, Yukon,
Yeah,
they're
they
just a
they
bunch of
lost a lot
bums.
of my respect. They lost a lot of respect from me.
Obviously, Duke does not like Yukon either, but I just think that Yukon can't play offense. Like their offense is so bad, and they don't have really anybody that can shoot the ball. And they're good at defense, but they didn't score a single points for like the last 10 minutes of this game. So UConn's offense is a disgrace to college basketball. Their offense, I mean, needs to get in check considering they have the best
Yeah.
coach in the game.
Yeah.
I
I
would hope
completely
he can
agree.
call some good plays.
Yeah.
And you just have too much talent on this team not to have a
Yeah.
productive offense. So
Yeah.
Creighton, I mean, they might be glazed into a bubble team now. I don't think they
Yeah,
deserve to be.
I don't think they deserve freaking anything, bro. They're so bad. Like I can't even I hate
Yeah.
Creighton. So cuz Nebraska doesn't like Creighton. I hate Creighton with a passion.
Yeah.
Um
But
but
anyways,
even
Creighton
yeah, freaking
is
guy.
third in the Big East, or
Oh,
fourth in the Big East. They're fourth in the Big
they're
East.
fourth and they're that bad? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they're 8-8. So they've had a bad out of conference, but they're fourth in the Big East behind Villanova.
Yeah,
So
Nebraska beat them by like 30 practically.
Creighton, I don't think this moves Creighton a
I don't
lot,
think this does
and
anything to Creighton, honestly.
I still don't think they're making
They
a tournament.
they need to
They
have a
would
good
have to
turn. They
beat
need to have a
John.
good Big East.
They have to beat Johns. They have to beat St. John's, and they have to beat Villanova coming up. I think they play Villanova.
Yeah,
Let me pull up their
yeah.
schedule.
They need to
But
just have a good. They need to
they
have a
play
good
St.
conference
John's on
tournament.
Saturday.
Okay, so if they can win that one, then maybe we can discuss them. But
Yeah,
as of right now, they should not even come up in any discussion.
yeah. But if they win out, if Creighton wins out, they play St. John's, they play DePaul, they play Providence, they play Butler.
Okay, maybe
So
then they can be talked about. Yeah, if they beat
if they
St.
win
John's, we
out,
can have a chat about them.
yeah,
But
exactly. But Creighton, not a good team. UConn,
Nope.
not a good team either. I hate to break it to you guys. So people are going to pick UConn to go
Little
really far in
overrated.
this tournament just because of
I
their
don't.
pedigree,
Yeah.
just because of Dan Hurley. But UConn, it's going to be similar to last year, in my opinion. They're going to be like a
Yeah.
second
I
round
think.
exit.
Yeah. I think for them, I think we should do a ceiling and floor video. We should do a ceiling and floor video before the tournament starts
I like
for
that.
some
I like
teams.
that.
But like for right now, I'd say UConn, they've lost what, 3 games, 2 games, 2, 3 games?
3 games.
3. Yeah. So I would say probably right now their ceiling is Elite 8, I would say.
Mm.
Just because they know how to win games. But then again, it's March, anything can happen. But I'm just gonna say right now, their ceiling's probably Elite 8 because I can think of much better teams than them that would probably beat them. But I still think they're a good enough team to make it far in the tournament. I don't think they could win, but I think they can make it far.
No.
But
I
that's
mean,
what I got.
you had them as a 1 seed, so
Yeah, nah, they're not a 1 seed anymore. But yeah,
you got anything else you want to discuss?
I don't got anything else, brother.
All right, so that recaps our little weekday slate of college basketball games. We'll be back at it. What does your schedule look like tomorrow?
Dude,
Want to do it late at night again tomorrow
tomorrow,
or Friday? Tomorrow or Friday?
oh, let me think here. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to, bro. We're changing hotels, and it's gonna be kind of
Mm,
squished and busy.
okay.
But
Okay.
we can definitely try something maybe Sunday night when I get back. But
Yep.
I think next week for sure we should try to do as many as we can as the lead up. But yeah,
Yep. So we'll be back at it sooner rather than later. Obviously Sunday, probably. I don't know. So, but the content's just getting started. That's all I
oh
gotta say.
yeah,
Like
March can't come soon enough, guys.
we're like 3 weeks away from the tournament, so we're gonna get even better content out as the tournament gets
Yep.
closer, as the seeds get projected, and as everything gets finalized. So, I mean, I've been having a lot of fun so
Yeah,
far doing this March
these
Madness
videos have
stuff.
probably been the most fun we've done, I think.
Definitely better than college football, in my opinion. So
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I agree.
maybe it's just because the season's just so dry, or sports season's so dry, but I don't know.
Yeah. But we got baseball coming up soon, man. I'm going to a Cubs game on Friday.
Oh, that's right. They play in
Cubs
Arizona.
Cubs spring
Ooh.
training, baby.
Who do they play?
Uh White Sox. So it might be an interesting
Jeez.
game. It might be an interesting game actually. But
All right.
might meet PCA, so I'll be lit. But
That'll be
I'll be
some.
aura. Yeah.
But anyways, we'll be back at it sooner rather than later, like I said. But until then, just sit back and watch some college basketball games.
Yeah.
We'll be sitting back and watching college basketball
Hey,
games.
do you know what the BYU score is at the moment right now? I don't actually know.
They're losing by like 15.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
BYU.
Can't stand BYU.
BYU, I think, is still kind of underrated, but I don't know.
We'll see.
But anyways, hope you guys have a good one. We'll be back at it this weekend. Peace out.